Rogers, I know our assignment was right about a time that we failed, but what if I'm so embarrassed by mine? Then I just wouldn't write about it, because remember, we are presenting these paragraphs. Well, my mama did not raise a quitter. Okay, write about whatever you want. Okay, Kyle, it is your turn to present. You got this, Kyle! My biggest failure is I left the lights on. When Miss Smith gave me an F, I knew I had to break into her house and steal her laptop, to change my grades, and so I did. But I left the lights on. Her neighbors were able to see me through the windows, and they called the cops, and when I heard those sirens, I had to run. I didn't even have time to find the computer. So to this day, I'm training myself to see in the dark for next time. Dang it, Miss Rogers, I told you it was embarrassing. I shouldn't have presented it. Now everyone's gonna make fun of me. I don't think that's the problem here. We might need to go to the office. No, you can't take him. I need to know how you train yourself to see in the dark. I don't get paid enough. Story time! One time we had a substitute who was clearly a predator. A group of girls went to the principal and said this particular sub kept trying to look up their skirts and made inappropriate remarks about their bodies. The principal remarked they shouldn't be making false accusations like that because they could have serious consequences. The girls swore they were true, but the principal just kept saying, no, you just don't like how he makes you do actual work in class. Numerous students came forward and even other teachers confirming they saw the sub acting inappropriately, but the principal still refused to do anything about it. After weeks of the student body harassing the principal, he finally moved the sub from the middle school to the elementary school. This made me as a teacher furious. That man did not need to be around children. I told the principal if he didn't fire the sub, I was going to the press. He thought I was bluffing. I made the call, and the next day the police showed up, as did all the cameras from the local news networks. They were all interested in why the principal did nothing. The sub and the principal were taken care of, but it still frustrates me knowing that there are people like this in education all over. Okay, so the main office just called me and was like, do you have this kid right now? I said, yeah. Why? They said, oh, his mom just called to check him out, so can you send him to the office? I was very confused, and I said, no, I can't. I teach all virtual classes. Like, he's not here. She was quiet for a second, and she was like, well, the mom just called and asked him to be checked out for a doctor's appointment. I said, I have no idea what to tell you because he's not here, and he also didn't show up for virtual class. So we just sat there for a second in silence, and then we were just like, okay, bye. So I have no idea where this kid is, but I hope he made it to his doctor's appointment.
There was a principal who got an email from a parent saying how my student is literally sprayed with water when he gets sleepy in class. Like, this is ridiculous. He's like drenched, sprayed with water. It's ridiculous because he says his teacher's spraying him with water. And like, you need to look into this. This is crazy. And immediately this principal is like, no way.
No way. You got a bottle of water spraying.
Definitely like pulling this mom's leg. So he goes to this teacher and he's like, hey, I just need to run something by you really quick. I got this email from Connor's mom. Says that he's like going home drenched. And he's like blaming it on something going on in your class. And the teacher goes, oh yeah, haha. And they just stop. And the principal goes, yeah, that's not happening, right? And then the teacher goes, oh, well, I mean, if he would just stop falling asleep in class, I wouldn't spray him. And he goes, what? The teacher goes from under her desk and pulls out this, like, Nerf water gun.
Did I ever tell you what happened, like, the day after I quit teaching?
Oh, go ahead.
So, my school system at the time told me, we don't want you monetizing because the bricks on the wall in your background, that technically belongs to the county. So you're using county resources to monetize. So, well, they're like, you can do whatever you want and record, but you just can't monetize. And I left. And the day after my last day, do you want to know how short-staffed we were? There was no adult in my classroom.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Yeah. Like, I had kids sending me Instagram messages that were like, hey, Ms. Rogers, what do we do? And I'm like,
civilians say it to soldiers all the time. Like, thank you for your service.
yeah. How do you feel about that? Like,
We all hate it.
Oh, really?
We all hate it.
Why?
Because we don't know how to respond.
Okay.
And there's also, for the most part, from all the people that I've talked to prior service-wise, everyone has the sense of either not feeling like they did enough to deserve a thank you for your service, or there's just a general disdain for their own service.
Interesting.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm one of those people that, like, I feel like I have to say it.
You don't. And very often when you say that to a soldier, the first thing they think of is not their own service. It's who they can't say that to anymore.
Gen Z falls for more scams than their boomer grandparents by like 3 times.
Why does that not surprise me? I don't know why.
And you know what most of it is?
What?
Or at least what I've seen?
Huh.
Sextortion. you're matching with somebody online, some really pretty girl, and so you're going to trade nudes, and then all of a sudden they're going to blackmail you and send it to their family. I think I was getting 5 to 8 a day for months.
Wow.
It's a nightmare. And I also try to avoid those cases, especially because I have a bunch of minors coming to me with it, and it's like, I can't look into that. I'm like, I will go to prison.
Yeah, like you have the degree, but you don't have the job. Like you're doing it like to help people and for funsies.
Yeah, I'm an enthusiastic amateur who's enjoying life.
Real things said in my classroom. Part 10. Miss Rogers, I don't understand why my essay grade was so terrible. I wrote a lot of feedback. Did you not read any of it? What? Our prompt was the Columbian Exchange, meaning the social, economic, and political effects of Europe coming into contact with the Americas after Christopher Columbus stumbled upon it. You wrote an entire essay on Christopher Columbus discovering Spain? Well, it was so hard to write. I couldn't find any information. Yeah, I'm sure it's really hard to find information on events that never happened. But it took me so long to write it. You should give me points just for that. I mean, if you want to do the essay over, sure, but you're not getting points back for faking historical information. Well, my mother, Karen, will be emailing you soon. Of course. Rogers, I need you to watch my class for 5 minutes, okay? I need to take a lap around the hallway. Are you okay? I'm about to blow a gasket, okay? I've never met a more disrespectful child in my life. I can't stand her. Who are you talking about? Sally Johnson. I don't think I know her. You taught her last year. Nope, I've never taught a Sally Johnson. Well, I wish she was as unmemorable in my class. Like, look, come here, look through the window. Like, look, that kid. In the pink shirt? Yeah, she's the worst. She never listens to me. She never responds when I call her. Like, I could say her name 5 times. Sally says nothing. So she's probably ignoring the name Sally because her name is Sarah. And to be honest, I probably would also ignore someone who should know my name and was still calling me the wrong one. Well, but like, you don't understand. I'm not understanding how in the last 2 months of school you don't know that her name is Sarah, not Sally. And that's so embarrassing for her. Like, I think you really owe her an apology. Rogers, my child has a B in your class and we need to change that ASAP. A B's not a bad grade, like he shouldn't be shamed for it, but is he looking for extra credit opportunities? Oh, he's worked hard enough. I think we should just take these kids back to pre-K and teach them all about sharing. Sharing? Sharing what? Grades. I know Stephanie has a 98 average in this class. Surely she can spare a couple points to boost Connor up to an A. Are you saying you want me to take points from another student and give them to yours? It won't hurt anyone. You can take those 5 points Connor needs for an A from Stephanie. They'll both be at an A, everyone will be happy, and we're teaching these kids about sharing and looking out for each other. You know, if you're so into grade sharing, wouldn't you be more interested in giving another student the 5 points he needs to pass the class? And then he wouldn't have to go to summer school, all because of your generosity. But that's not helpful for Connor's A. So is your priority here to really teach kids about sharing and looking out for each other, or is that a cover-up to give your child a grade he doesn't deserve? Real things said in my classroom. Part 3. Okay, y'all, so what questions do you have for me about the Atlantic slave trade? Miss Rogers, I'm really having a hard time understanding how this happened. I mean, how did Wakanda not step in? Wakanda? Yes, the Black Panther could have made such a difference in the situation. I don't understand why T'Challa didn't do anything. Like, from the movie? The Black Panther movie? Oh, wait, the slave trade was centuries ago. T'Challa wasn't born yet. Okay, I get it now. Okay. No, you don't. Sarah, why are you crying? I'm fine. I don't want to talk about it. Oh my gosh, is she still crying? I swear, these Jews. Excuse me, what did you say? Say one thing they don't like, and all of a sudden you're anti-Semitic. Like, give me a break. No, if you're putting her down for or making fun of her for being Jewish, you're just being anti-Semitic. That's just you being sensitive. How is it any different from using a racist stereotype? Like, neither is okay. That's different. Like, this has nothing to do with the color of your skin. It's not like racism. Homophobia, transphobia have nothing to do with your skin and is still hateful and not okay. No, this is different. How? Well, my dad said it is. Well, it's not, okay? Racism, homophobia, xenophobia, anti-Semitism, like degrading someone because of who they are is gross and not okay. Like, did you know that Jews only account for 2.4% of the US population, but receive 55% of religiously motivated hate crimes in the country? Like, and you want to contribute to that? Why? Because you think it makes you look cool? Because it doesn't. Well, now you're making me feel bad. If you've gone out of your way to put someone down because of the culture or religion they were born into, then yeah, you should feel bad. But you can make up for it and become an ally. Like you guys did for me when I came out? Exactly, and it's not too late. Okay, what do I do? It's the same thing you do like when you support your queer friends or your friends of color. You just say something when you hear people say things that aren't okay and make sure that your friends don't feel alone. I'm not great with words and emotions like that. That's alright, not everybody is, which is why it's great that this initiative, Stand Up to Jewish Hate, has a symbol, a little blue square that you can share and show your Jewish friends you support them, even if you can't find the right words. Alright, well, I guess I should start by apologizing to Sarah. And who knows, maybe one day she'll invite you to Shabbat dinner.
There's only two reasons somebody would join the military. And you can be both. But it's either because you were dumb or you were poor.
What about, I'm sure there's like people that just genuinely do.
If it's anything other than poor, it's dumb.
Why do you call it dumb?
Dumb. The people who say dumb are like they know. They're like, this was not like a smart choice that I made. I fall into both categories.
What about people who like want to do it because like it follows in family's footsteps or they feel like it's the right thing to do, even
Dumb.
so close?
I have a general belief that there hasn't been a war worth fighting since the Second World War.
Okay.
Everything else has been for ulterior motives since then.
Yeah.
So, with the belief that, like, for God and country, we are literally given numbers when we sign up for the military. It's your DODID number. The belief that your God and your country care about you and then hand you a number is very contradictory. The belief that you're fighting the good fight when there hasn't been a quote-unquote good fight since 1942.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right. The only people that I will put in a gray area are like family legacy stuff. I would still personally classify it as dumb, but that's because I moved out at 16. I don't really talk to my family.
Right. Hey, Miss Rogers, you want to see something funny? My instincts are telling me to just say no. What? You don't think I'm funny? You and I have very different ideas of what's funny. Oh, well, too late. Fart spray! Yeah! Oh, Connor. Ew, dude, come on. Enough now. Miss Rogers, I don't smell anything. How do you not smell that? It's fart spray. Oh my god, Jessica has COVID! Miss Rogers, my pranks can help people. Now I need to figure out another one to see who else I can help. I don't get paid enough.